Hello and welcome back to my basement. This is Jeremiah Wolf, and hey, I want to tell you about this tool that I picked up for studying for the CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure, and I just started digging into it today, and it blew my mind so much that I wanted to make a video about it. Here it is, without further delay, the CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure Foundations book from Cisco Press. Um, let's go ahead over and take a look at it. And here it is. So, oops, nope, did I? Oh, that's weird. It must have reloaded on me. Anyway, it should be right here. Here it is. Okay, so the book itself, $100, ebook, $80, combo, $135. I will tell you though, you should never pay full price for Cisco Press books. Unless you're like in a time crunch and you have to get it right now. Otherwise, put your email, get on their mailing list. They are almost always running a sale. Like seriously, like all the time they're running sales, and their sales are significant to the point where it's almost always better to buy from Cisco Press directly using one of their sales along rather than like Amazon. So that's been my experience. Now, I will say that so here's the thing about this. You can get the physical book or you can get the ebook. Usually I recommend the physical book for reading. And then oftentimes, like for this book specifically, what I personally did, which you should not do this, but this is what I did. I bought the physical book, and then oftentimes when you buy the physical, you'll get a deeply, deeply discounted version of the ebook. And so that was my plan, so that so I could sit down and read this book, but then also have the digital version up when I'm actually doing the labs, have it up on the screen. But you do not need to do that. You do not need to do that. So I would recommend buying whatever is cheaper based on whatever sale is going on at the time, because you're not even going to look at this book. You're not even going to look at it. Here's why. When you get the book, you also get the supplementary digital, supplementary files, whatever they call them. And what you get is mind-blowing. And this is what takes this book from, even though it's a $100 book, it is so much more valuable than that. And let me explain why. Now, for comparison, I am doing the Orhan CCIE course and simultaneously doing the KBITS CCIE course. I've paid for both of them. So I have paid thousands of dollars for these two courses combined. And I will tell you that while the labs are really, really good, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about these courses until I'm done with my exam, because I feel like how could I possibly review the course until I've taken the exam? Does that make sense? And that's usually, I would also have that mindset for this, but since the book is only $100 without discount, and you should be able to get it much cheaper than that, it's definitely, whatever, even if this isn't quite up to snuff, it's still going to be really good. But here's the thing. So, the teaching styles are very different between those two courses, and the labs are very different between those two courses. So both courses really have their pluses and minuses. But in my opinion, it's the labs that are really going to make it. Like, in my opinion, I'm learning almost everything I'm learning from reading. And then it's the labs are where I'm cementing everything. So the actual instruction isn't as important. I'm definitely picking up a few things here and there in the instructions. But for me, it's all about the tons of reading that I'm doing and the tons of labbing that I'm doing. That's where all the important stuff is. So I look at these courses more from their labs point of view. And from what I've seen so far, which isn't a lot, to be fair, it's not a lot, this is definitely in that range. So, $1,500 course, or I think they're both full price, $1,500, and you can both get them on sale at different times. So depending on what you pay, you're talking, maybe anywhere from $750 to $1,500 for the course versus $80 not on sale. If you get the digital copy, not on sale. Well, what's so great about this? Well, what you get is a couple of things that just take this book to another level. And the first thing is, come back over here. You get pre-built even G lab topologies. Pre-built. I was sure that I'd have to go through and make my own, which, depending on how complex the topologies are, could take a lot of time. They're one of the Orhan labs. I was having a lot of problems with it, so I ended up having to just scrap it and build it from scratch. There's 60 devices, and that took me a good day and a half to just because even G's kind of slow. Every time you link something, it's a slow process. It's not anyway. But they're all pre-built. So here they are. Every single lab topology pre-built, including this route switch mock lab and Nabrick enterprise architecture. I don't know exactly what those are. Oh, and if you're not aware, so this is done by Nabrick Kakarians. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I know he's one of the names in CCIE training. When I looked, I don't think he had anything online you had to do the live, so that's why I didn't go with him. But everything I've heard is he is the best. I don't know if that's true or not, but I will tell you. So anyway, I do want to add a little something about Orhan that really kind of got me chuffed. So anyway, so you get the topology, but even more than that, the thing that just took this to another level for me is right here. In the supplementary files, you get a 2556 page workbook. A 2600 page workbook. Are you freaking kidding me? Every single lab is gone through in detail with explanations, outputs, everything. As far as I can tell, I haven't gone through all this obviously, but it's just blowing my mind. The more I look, the happier I am. What incredible deal. I mean, again, this was $100. I didn't even, I paid, I think I got 45% off. So I paid $70 for, with tax. I paid $70 to get a 2,500 page workbook. Now, to be fair, it doesn't cover all of the topics. Okay. To be fair, it doesn't cover, what doesn't it have? I think automation is skipped. IPv6, where's that? Yeah, so it has SD-WAN. It has some SD access, which you're really not going to be able to do. Well, at least not with the book stuff. But it doesn't have anything automation, so that's definitely something that you're missing. SD, yeah, but everything else is pretty much there. So it's just a huge value. It is a huge value. Now, I actually had already recorded this video, and I wanted to re-record it because I hate editing. But I wanted to re-record it because I had posted. Now, like I said, I am a paid student of Orhan, and he has a Discord server. Now, I will admit that in terms of community, I think Discord really sucks. It's super convenient, but I just don't think that it's I think a forum is actually a little bit better for those sorts of things. It's easier to sort of, track things. But regardless, it's my opinion. But anyway, he has a Discord server. So I'm like, oh, this is such a great book. I'm going to go ahead and, mention it. It's a Cisco Press book. If you're studying for the CCIE, you are buying Cisco Press books. There's no illusion that you're going to take Orhan's course and that's the only thing you will ever need to study. No one has that illusion. So I thought, it's a Cisco Press book. Surely Orhan will be okay with that. I posted that, and within 5 minutes, he deleted my post. All I said was, hey, here's a new Cisco Press book that comes with labs and a 2,600 page workbook. You might want to check it out. This isn't competition. It's in his official Discord. If you're in the official Discord, I assuming you've already paid for the course, right? So you're already, a paying customer. I'm not taking anything from him. This is not a one-stop shop. It's a lab workbook, right? And he deleted it, and he messaged me and said, oh, sorry, you're promoting the competition. I can't let you do that. I'm like, it's Cisco Press, dude. That's not the competition. That's everyone. You have to read Cisco Press books. It's like saying, you put a link to Cisco.com. Oh, that's not acceptable. That's the competition. It's a CCIE fucking exam, man. So that really pissed me off. That just really pissed me off. Like, it's Cisco Press. I'm not promoting the competition. Yes, yeah, he has his own course. This isn't it. This isn't his course. This is a Cisco Press book. He has a course. Now, the only reason, so you can take this, but the only reason, in my opinion, that Orhan would not want you to read this is if he's afraid that his material is so much better that once you read this book, you're not going to work with Orhan anymore. You'll just go find his stuff. So that pisses me off, because like that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why you would delete my post about an official Cisco Press book, is because you are afraid that your students are going to like his material so much better that they will dump you for him. And that's a personal problem. Like, that, get better. If you think that's the problem, get better. I'm not saying that's the case. I like Orhan's labs. I have plenty of positive and negative things to say about the course, and I will months from now when I'm done with the exam. I'm not going to say anything too much now, but that attitude of like, I'm not going to let you talk about a potential study material like from Cisco Press. So should I not talk about the TCP/IP book because you have a lesson about TCP/IP? Like, is that how that works? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. All right, so here's the book, CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure Fundamentals from Cisco Press. Check it out if you're studying for the CCIE, or if you're studying for the CCNP. I know I've said everything about the CCIE, but man, if you're studying for your CCNP, like, what a great resource. What a great resource. All right, take it easy. See you next time.